In this video, I'm really excited to introduce you to Roberto Ugolini fragrances, which we will be exclusively distributing in the United States. And I'll share with you why we think this brand is such a great addition to a gentleman's wardrobe. You only ever have one chance to make a first impression. As you probably already know, putting your best foot...
Das, was an Stock-Footage hat, boah, das ist der Wahnsinn.
With a stylishly well put together outfit and footwear is the way to go. However, as we all realized through COVID times, humans have 5 senses, and one of them is a sense of smell. And it's a very powerful one. No matter how good you look, if you smell bad, that's what people will walk away from you when they meet you the first time. Oh, it's that smelly guy. So today I'm really pumped to introduce you to Roberto Ugolini fragrances. Some of you may say, Roberto Ugolini is a bespoke shoemaker from Florence, Italy. What does he have to do with fragrances? Let me back up a little. Back in 2005, I was still enthusiastically participating in menswear fora online. And that's where I met the character of Genau de la Reynière.
Das ist unser Mann. Das ist unser Mann, der Herbert.
Which was of course an alter ego, but the man behind that was Herbert Stricker, a fellow...
Boah, guck dir mal diesen jungen Mann aus Frankfurt an. Wow.
He was a distributor for high-end colognes and perfumes, and so he would travel to different cities in Germany, and he would regularly stop by in Hamburg, the city I went to law school at. Whenever he was in town, we'd meet up for dinner, discuss clothing, and have fun.
Nice.
Was a great friend, and through him, I was introduced to the world of high-end fragrances, which he's an absolute expert in. Over the years, he evolved from being just a distributor to being the producer, or the nose behind scents. Often, he would get an idea for a fragrance when he was traveling, or when he was seeing something, but then he would maybe sleep on it, think about it a year or two, and eventually, this idea developed.
Bei ihm dauert es einfach 1-2 Jahre. Das ist so. Es ist bei Herbert so. Ist so.
He wanted to launch his own fragrances that were different from things that were in the market already. At first, Herbert wasn't sure about how to name the fragrances. He toyed with the idea of naming it after himself, or coming up with a fantasy name, or using the name of another person. Not someone that was famous in the fragrance world, but someone that was somewhat adjacent to it. Standing close to 7 feet tall, Herbert Stricker has the most extensive bespoke experience of anyone I know. After trying many different bespoke shoemakers, he has been making his shoes at Roberto Ugolini in Florence.
Da habe ich auch noch ein paar Schuhe. Seitdem ich damals das Roberto Ugolini Video gemacht habe, sind die Schuhe zur Anprobe da und ich komme nicht dazu. Ich komme nicht dazu. Das ist echt eine Schande. Ich habe schon zu dem Roberto Ugolini gesagt, bitte schick mir die einfach. Er sagt, nein, du musst einmal eine Anprobe machen. Ich sage, ist egal, mach doch die Dinger einfach fertig. Sagt, nein. Die sind jetzt da seit 2021. Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Mr. Ugolini is also a fragrance lover. The two talked and decided that Herbert would launch the Roberto Ugolini fragrance line. And you can see the logo on the Roberto Ugolini bespoke shoes is the same as on the fragrance bottles. Herbert set up with a goal to create fragrances that had the same level of quality that a typical bespoke shoe would have. Herbert grew up in northern Italy where you speak German and Italian. So, leveraging his vast network, his experiences, and his expertise, he created scents that weren't copycats of other popular scents, but true, unique fragrances designed for people who appreciate quality clothing and quality everything. So what does that mean? Actually, the cost of the ingredients in a Roberto Ugolini fragrance is a lot higher than what you see in regular mainstream colognes.
Gutes Video aber, muss ich echt sagen. Gut gemachtes Video. Sehr aufwendig gemacht. Wirklich gut. Guck dir mal an. Hör mal, da können wir doch was von lernen. Guck mal, unsere Videos dagegen. Guck dir das mal an.
And Roberto Ugolini fragrances start at 20%, which makes them an eau de parfum, which is a very strong scent, and they go all the way up to 30%, which you could characterize as an extrait de parfum or an extract. They're a lot stronger, meaning you get that strength that lasts all day, and you get a lot more for your money. It also means they don't use any artificial stabilizers, often found in mainstream colognes. Why do Video Gentleman's Gazette partner with Roberto Ugolini fragrances, you might wonder? In the past, the only products we've sold on our Gentleman's Gazette shop are those of Fort Belvedere, which we have designed and created to our specific high-quality standards. Of course, knowing Herbert, I've toyed with the idea of creating our own Fort Belvedere fragrances. However, developing a fragrance from start to finish is not only a costly endeavor, but you also may end up with something that you don't actually like. Now, Herbert's company sells a plethora of high-end fragrances, but when I smelled Roberto Ugolini fragrances for the first time, I could see myself wearing all of them, which was not an experience I previously had with cologne. So rather than starting our own line, where we didn't quite know what to get, we decided to actually incorporate a high-quality fragrance range that we truly liked and believed in.
Passt natürlich zu denen perfekt, ne?
They focus on top-notch quality products. Like that it was a complete collection of fragrances because different people like different things, and the same cologne may smell somewhat different on different skins and people. We didn't want a one-size-fits-it-all solution, but something that people could truly identify with after they smelled it. Now, when you make fragrances, you start with essences, and one of the things Herbert Stricker always does is he has a vision for a scent, and he shares that with a parfumeur, who's the one who puts together a composition. And many brands start out by saying, hey, our goal price per 1 kilogram of this essence is this. And with that in mind, they then design their fragrance and produce it. Herbert Stricker goes about it in a different way. He doesn't set a pricing at all, but lets the parfumeur decide and create something that they truly want. And once they're done, and they say, this is it, then they look at the price. The key is pairing these different essences to create a multi-layered olfactory experience.
Da kann man sagen, was man will, ne? Also bei den Parfums, auch jetzt zum Beispiel die Performance von dem Wall Street oder wie ich ihn auch immer nennen werde, ist auch geisteskrank. Preislich wird der, glaube ich, nicht so teuer sein, aber das ist halt das Gute, ne? Man hat immer eine super Qualität beim Herbert.
20 to 30%, which is above industry standard.
Soll ich lauter machen?
Two benefits. One is an improved longevity, meaning you can smell the cologne for a longer period of time. All Roberto Ugolini fragrances are designed to last for 6 to 10 hours, sometimes even longer. The second thing you get with the higher concentration is called sillage, which means how present the smell is when, let's say, you enter a room. Of course, there's also a great level of consistency with the scent, so one bottle of Roberto Ugolini Oxford smells like the other Roberto Ugolini Oxford. Now, it also has an impact on the value proposition. If you need 3 or 4 sprays from a lesser cologne, maybe even 5 or 6, you'll be fine with just 1, at the most 2 sprays from a Roberto Ugolini fragrance. The attention to detail doesn't stop with the essences though, but you'll also get nice packaging and a beautiful bottle that is
sehr, sehr schönes Video.
Trade. The cap, for example, is a genuine horn cap. And if you take a close look at the label, it's actually made of genuine leather. The bottles come in a beautiful range of colors that at first may seem random, but it's all inspired by colors prevalent in the city of Florence, Italy. Or Firenze, as the Italians say it. The red bottles are inspired by the city's coat of arms. Red and blue are also colors found in the crest of the Medici family, which is very famously associated with the city of Florence. The brown on the Oxford bottle was inspired by the color of the roofs of the city, and the green came from the lush hills in Tuscany. And viola, or violet, is the official color of Florence. All these distinctive colors don't just make it easy to find the right fragrance if you have multiples of them, but they also look very nice on your dresser or your shelf. There's also a range of not so obvious under-the-hood details. For example, the vaporizer is especially designed for these high concentrations fragrances, which are unusual. A regular vaporizer may get clogged, and there's even different qualities in vaporizers to get exactly the right mist, so you can have a smaller dosage or a larger dosage, but you also get the right amount of spray. If you want to learn more about individual fragrances, you can head over to our website and check things out.
Schönes Video, echt. Also jetzt für einen ganz neuen Markt zu introduce. Schönes Video. Raphael, gut gemacht.